YAthenaeum.
Author reading.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got the idea for Indigo Blues, but first I need to introduce the rubber ducks that come along with me. These are my Indigo Blues ducks. There are 4 of them, and they go on tour with me, so they've been all around with me now. They're kind of following me, but they have tattoos on their butts if you want to take a look at it. Indigo Blues, and Flux is the publisher and has their website on them. Anyway, we'll be giving some of those ducks away. Not these are the original crew, but there's some backups, and hopefully they'll find some good homes tonight. Well, Indigo Blues, as most of you know, is my second book, and I do love music, like Joyce said, and I listen to the radio a lot. I did work in radio, and there's a song that I heard over and over again a couple summers ago, and I'm going to play a snippet for you because that's how I got the idea for Indigo Blues. So you'll just give me a second and we'll pull this up and we'll listen to it, and then you'll kind of get a little bit of a feel of how this idea came to be. Well, I won't play the whole thing because I think most of you have heard it over and over again like me. But I got to thinking about this song and I said, who is Delilah? Is there a real Delilah? And then of course Delilah was found because that's, what the media does. They find any, interesting piece of story. And Delilah just was a regular girl, and this, singer from the band, Tom, he had a crush on Delilah, and he wrote a song about her. They weren't dating or anything, but he really liked her, and unfortunately she had a boyfriend, and it didn't turn out in his favor, but, well, maybe it did because now he's very popular. The band is the Plain White Tees. And, different stories were run, throughout the year when the song came out about Delilah. And I thought, well, what if the girl was, really a little more connected to the singer? And what if she didn't want to be found? Probably, I would assume, like Delilah. And that's how the idea came for Indigo Blues. But then I got to a little deeper thinking, and I thought, a lot of times we don't communicate with people properly and tell them really how we feel. I think, maybe we're all guilty of that in our lives. And Indigo and Adam in this story, they broke up. And Adam thought they really had something very deep, and he was very distraught about this. And Indigo thought it was kind of just like a fling, 2 young kids dating, and she didn't get to know him well enough to care about him enough. Adam moved on to New York City, and he's in a band, and he still really, really misses Indigo. And he writes this, hit song called Indigo Blues, and her name is Indigo Jackson, and she lives in Massachusetts, and she's very easily found, and that's what the media does in the story. They look for her, and they really want to share her side of the story when she was just happy being a regular high school girl. But this story comes out of those 2 things, out of this song, Hey There Delilah, and out of a miscommunication. So through the story, Indigo and Adam have to learn how to communicate with each other if they want to progress. And the story is told in 2 points of view. We hear both Indigo and Adam's voice. I originally just started writing the story on Indigo's voice, and I met with an editor at one of our lovely conferences that a lot of us writers here belong to, SCBWI. And she said, Danielle, I really like this story, but I want to hear from Adam. I want to hear what he has to say. And I went home and thought about it, and I was like, hey, I think I could do this in 2 voices. And I started writing in Adam's voice, and I haven't had it written in a guy's voice before. And I liked it, and I liked having the 2 points of view and hearing what they both had to say. So that's really how the story came to be.